Hola, tis I, Alicia. How are you? I hope you're doing bueno. Yeah, let's say bueno. Make it a bueno day. So, we're going to look into the Stone of Destiny. Dun dun dun. All right, so the Stone of Destiny, let me look at my notes, is also known as the Stone of Scone, the Coronation Stone, and Jacob's Pillow. It's an ancient symbol of Scotland's monarchy. So for centuries, kings and queens have been crowned and inaugurated upon it. They stick this stone inside the throne, this wooden throne that they're doing their ceremonies on. But there's a lot of legends and myths and convoluted history about the stone. According to ancient legend, the stone has its origins in the Holy Land. It was used by the biblical figure Jacob as a pillow. While he slept, he dreamt of a ladder reaching to heaven upon which angels could descend and ascend, a bridge between heaven and earth. According to Jewish tradition, it says Jacob's pillow was used for the pedestal for the Ark of the Covenant in Solomon's temple. And so there's that. There's a lot of different other history places that this stone has supposedly been, and it's been stolen and been returned, and it's just been all over the place. People were like hot to get this stone. Now, if you're thinking the stone is like made of something amazing, like, maybe it was some amazing crystals in it. No, it's just sandstone. Stone of Destiny is a big block of sandstone. Sandstone, you can see a lot of really pretty sandstone, like in Arizona, like near Sedona. Yeah, that's a reddish sandstone. In general, sandstones, like if we're talking about crystals, is not something that a lot of people are trying to get. Okay, sandstone, though, they say helps with dreams. So hence that makes sense why that correlates with Jacob and his dreams and visions. This is a stone that is so big, it sits under the throne of the coronation seat that all the kings and queens are crowned on since 1296. And it is called the Stone of Destiny because it's supposed to be only the right person can be crowned, and the stone will scream out when the right person is there. I don't know if there's been actually a time when it's recorded that the stone did scream out. Which makes me wonder, why do we continue on with the ceremony if the wrong person's on top of that stone? Just saying. Okay, so the idea behind the stone, it relates to the monarchy, is that the king and the queen is taking an oath that she is going to serve God, and the stone is that witness, and the stone is to remind them of that promise. So, I thought we would look into this stone. The first question I'm going to look into is this thing fake? Because there's some people who claim that they have the real one hidden away, and others are like, no, we have it. And I don't know, you can go back and look at some videos. There's videos of them transporting the stone in a car with like plexiglass all around it. It's an unremarkable stone if you look at it. It's a big rectangle. But it's got protection as they transport the stone, so it's important to them. But we'll start there with the Stone of Destiny. I gotta know, is the stone the like legit one? Is this the Stone of Destiny that they have? They're getting ready over there for, King Sausage Fingers to take his oath, as the head of the church. Can we just say that's a joke? I'm just saying, divorced man. If we're gonna go like by biblical standards, had an affair. Just saying. I know there's nothing in there about being friends with dirty birds, but is this Stone of Destiny the one that's going to be under the king's throne for his coronation? Is this the real deal? I'm not sure that it is. At least the one that Sausage Fingers is going to be sitting on. And don't give me no slack no more about him and his sausage fingers. I don't care if it's some condition. He's a horrible person. Okay. It looks like there was a big old fight over the stone, which we know because the stone's been going back and forth between all the lands. So there's been a big old fight. There's been people who wanted to buy this thing, to say this is their inheritance. This stone belongs to their land, their people, the whatever. So there's been a big old fight about it. There's definitely something to this stone that they all want. Like there's something to the stone they all want. I do find that kind of weird, though, that they think that this is that important, that they need this for what they're saying. I think we'll have to look into it. But definitely they want this stone. This is like to do their connections. There's definitely some type of relationship that these people get with using the stone, having it in their ceremonies. Okay, but it looks like at some point the stone was offered and they couldn't, what's it called? Not carbon date it, but they couldn't authenticate it. Which kind of makes sense. It's a piece of sandstone. I'd assume that there's multiple pieces of sandstone all over in the different regions you could get, that you could make to look. I mean, we have that now with crystals. People make fake crystals. You can get man-made versions of crystals. You would have to, it's almost like if you were a gemologist, you could document specific, like, actual gemstones by, inclusions and things within the stone. This is a piece of sandstone. I don't know that they went to that extreme. I don't know that they could go to that extreme to try and authenticate it that way, but it looks like we couldn't necessarily authenticate it, though. And it looks like there's a certain level of heartbreak here over this stone. I'm going to continue on here because I'm curious about if we don't think this is the right one. Oh, shit, Sneaky Snacker. You're popping up so quick, aren't you? Okay. Perhaps we have a duplicate. This is how this is continuing on. That there's a duplicate. Like there's a phony Stone of Destiny, but the real deal, I think, might be hidden away somewhere. Okay. So, as we make plans for the future, as the king gets ready to take over in his coronation, and spread his sausage fingers all over the land. There's secrets about the stone. Because there's worry here too. Like, they need to get the stone. The stone is a part of the ritual. The stone is very important for them. And there's some type of worry about someone could ID the stone. Like, no, that's the fake one. No, that's the real one. Wait, we're going to take that one. Because it does look like... let me get out my Sneaky Snacker box. Seven of Swords, Sneaky Snacker, shenanigans. All right, so it looks like here, I think at some point, the monarchy, I guess, did steal it back. This feels like we stole it, not that we're like, oh, would you like to hold on to the stone for a while? Why, sure, that'd be jolly nice of you. Not that. It's like, come here, Dunder, we need to go steal the stone. All right, let's go do it. At the same point, this sounds weird. At the same point, so they go and they steal this thing. Then they go to some shaman type person, some spiritual type person, some like psychic, medium, something like that, some type person to authenticate the stone by like almost like laying hands on it or sleeping on it or doing some ritual with it to divine if this is the actual stone. This is how they're trying to authenticate it. There's something about the stone that I'm going to say is corrupt. something's been done to the stone that is not in its same, what they were trying to say, a holy type stone in the beginning. There's something that's, some of the magic's been corrupted in the stone. However, we're still using it for our ceremonies. Okay, so they lost it, they got it back. We're still using it for our ceremonies, but the stone's been kind of corrupted. Oh, I'm sure it's been corrupted. They're all such honorable people who sat on that throne. Really, servants of God, I tell you what. All right, I want to look into, do a major arcana spread. I want to look into what's the energy currently around the stone, like what's going on with the stone. Interesting. It's definitely supposed to be a connection between heaven and earth. Or earth and heaven, however you want to say it. It is definitely supposed to be a connection between heaven and earth. And it does look like it is supposed to, I guess, scream out like, yay, you got the right person. It looks like it is supposed to do that. That is the intention behind the stone. But because the energy's kind of been jacked with, there's been a concern that, you know, it's not going to work, but they just continue to move forward with it. That's interesting. Oh my. There's something related to the stone as well. So the stone, yes, it's supposed to be the connection between heaven and earth. You can say, like, here's Adam and Eve. This is a tarot deck, so that's why it's a little gruesome. But yeah, it's supposed to be the connection here. The unspoken fear here is that they're not going to get that connection because the stone somehow has been tampered with. So we're not going to be over here as the Hierophant, you know, Pope, getting our divine downloads from God, and like it's not full on. It's not its full power. I guess that's the way I'm going to say it. It's not its full power. However, they do want to keep using it predominantly. There's some type of like power play by putting it on display. That they need to do this. This is like a I got it, you don't kind of thing. I'm going to use it. I'm pretending it's full power, so you can imagine I have full power, that kind of thing. There's also this idea that if they don't use this stone, that it's almost that they don't get eternal life. At least this is the idea behind this stone, what's going on with it. But the primary obstacle with this stone is that it's been corrupted. So it's like they're playing like with a battery with half its charge. And it's almost like there is some people there who, while some of them might just be like, all right, let's get the stuff out for the coronation. Where's the throne? Where's the stone? Where's the crown? Where's the scepter? That kind of thing. There's some people that are within the church who apparently are not corrupted. And they are very wary of the stone. And what's up with the stone? I think some of them don't even want to touch this stone. So, okay. So, something no bueno underneath. So it's hit and miss whether this, what's going to happen with the stone, it seems like. All right. Needed to drink my not Starbucks drink in my Starbucks cup. All right, so I want to know, what does a stone currently represent? What does the Stone of Destiny currently represent? Like, we got 50-50 energy, maybe it's 60-40, I don't know. We got some extra energy in there that doesn't belong, or replacement energy. And I can't say that I know. I'd have to do a little bit of research on it. Generally, the only stones that you are able to, I mean, you can set your intentions with all of your stones, right? So I guess it would work. However, like quartz is a more powerful stone for saying intentions, for magnification of energy, which is like why kind of sandstone to me is interesting. But I guess you could set your intention with it. So that would mean to me, by what we've seen so far, another intention has been set in the stone. Okay, so go with me as I get this all out of my brain. So if another intention's been set in the stone, there's dueling intentions in a way, kind of like Dueling Tarot that happens every Friday. So if you want to join us, it's either on my channel or Fortune Cookies Tarot with Annabelle. What's this new energy in the stone? That's how I'm going to ask it. What is this new energy in the Stone of Destiny? Oh, God. Okay, so it's interesting. Again, it's like the cards are telling me about, like, there was this battle between the stone. People, like, throughout times have either, like, paid for it, you know, somehow made deals to get it back and forth, or they stole it, fought it, whatever. The stone was intended to bring the way to get the truth down from God, kind of like a Pope in a stone format. Pope in a stone. All right, so there was that going on. And for years it was like victory and success, and your legacy was guaranteed with this stone being sitting under your bum as you're getting whatever, crowned. At some point, this is an interesting depiction on this card if you look at it. You know, here's death marching along, and look who's down here below. Pope. Oh no! Leave my stone alone! So there's something that was corrupted with that stone. There's multiple people working together to do this to the stone, and it's because they want to keep a portion of that power for themselves, which is interesting because, I mean, I guess you could break off a piece of stone to keep the power for yourself. It's interesting because they want to be able to have their divine connection and do whatever other shit they're doing with this stone. The stone gives them a lot of power to choose, like it's like a choose your adventure stone in terms of things that you can use the stone to do. So it's not just, they're not just using it as a bridge. There's something here too that the original intent, they've left it behind. Some people know about this and are pissed about it. This seems like this might be part of a fight of why they were trying to keep it away from, I guess, whoever's purporting, I guess the monarchy is purporting to have it. They wanted to keep it away because there's something with that power in that stone. Okay, and then they weigh they're weighing how, what are they weighing? What are they weighing? I don't, this one I'm just stymied. So giving them some emotional compassion, this truth, these new ideas of how downloads, I guess we'll say, from God. But it's almost like the stone, I guess, feels like it's just, it goes back and forth between who's getting able to use its power. And they're just going to go ahead and use this stone. They're going to go ahead and pretend that this is the stone. They can't get the messages or the connection to God through the stone that they thought they did because shit was tampered with. So I'm not getting my answer. Like, what's the energy of this damn stone? It's not working right. What is the other energy? You know what? This deck doesn't want to play nice with me. Let's get into, what's this deck? Let's get into the Pulp Tarot. What's the energy, the dominant energy of the stone? Or what is the new energy in the stone? What is the new energy in the stone? Interesting. It's just a I don't know why I can't get it. This is driving me bonkers. I can't get it because it's the stone is almost like locked away for like the perfect person to unlock with whatever this other energy is in this stone. It doesn't want to reveal it. It is like you have to have the right partnership, and it's like this, like for a special person. I'm not saying special that they're necessarily like better than anybody else, but for the right special person, this is when you get to know this other energy that's in there. It's almost like they get to unlock the keys to the castle, to fortune, to fame, to all the things. Like they would it's kind of like they would be seen almost like as the king of the earth. That's how this comes across. We're waiting for the right person to unlock it to move forward with this. Until then, people are people are kind of just getting half power out of it. They try to move forward, but they can't. Like, it's like the stone's in suspended animation or some shit, and the right person has to unlock it. What in the world is... Ay, good lord. Alright, let's ask it a different way. Has whatever, this new energy that's a part of the stone, is it good or bad, this new energy in the stone? Because they're waiting for somebody, the right person, to unlock it, because right now it's essentially impotent. So what is this energy? Is it good or bad? Oh, did I mix up all my damn cards again? I sure did. Dag nabbit. Okay. I think this is probably as close as I can get. I'm going to say that the stone was this other energy that came in. So it's not necessarily like bad energy, nefarious energy. It wasn't programmed to be, you know, the Stone of El Diablo or the Eyes Wide Shut crew or any of that. At some point, though, this stone is meant to, I guess I can say, I don't know, announce to the world, scream out like it is the right person thing, but it is actually waiting for someone who is actually of true heart, who's actually the right connection between, you know, heaven and earth. It feels very, and I don't even know that that would be the right group to say, so don't hold me to it. This is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes only, allegedly opinions. It's almost like that kind of a Knights of a Templar type thing. There's a secret group, and I'm not saying that that's a group type thing, but I'm saying there's that type of energy. Like someone had taken it for some time and like programmed it to only unlock its powers. It's almost like the powers were always available at one point to whoever had possession of it. Then at some point there was some change of energy to the stone so that it could only unlock for the rightful ruler to sit upon. Because for so long it's been at the seat of dirty birds. That's how I'm going to say it. It's been at the seat of dirty birds for so long. There is a desire to bring it back to the original energy, but in part of that, they've like set this intention that is only unlocked by the rightful heir to that throne. And so anytime somebody's sitting on this, we are weighing their intentions, their energies, because we set the intention that this was going to go back to being for good and not being used by just whoever won the lottery of birth and those that are seemingly not actually doing God's work, even though they're representing that connection. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's the answer, as close as we can get. All right. Well, my brain is now buzzing. That's weird. I wonder will there be anyone that actually sits on that Stone of Destiny? That in our lifetime, is there anyone that's actually going to sit on that Stone of Destiny and that stone screams out like, oh, finally there's a true man, woman of God. I mean, in our lifetime, let's say in the next, my lifetime's shorter than some others' lifetime, and I'm recording this October 2022. Which reminds me, if you haven't joined me in the Moon Moth Matter, come on over, find it at AliciaWicker.com. You can join and get the videos I can't share here, and learn tarot and some other crystal stuff. Let's say, our lifetime, whatever that may be. Oh, somebody. Oh, that's interesting. At some point, man, yeah. Yeah, at some point, we're just waiting for this person. And I'm going to say it's like a female energy. So at some point, yes, the stone is supposed to ring out and be like, yeah, this is an actual true, I would say, woman of God. This is someone who's like supposed to be the rightful person sitting on this stone. Whether that's related to the monarchy or not, that remains to be seen, but that's interesting. All right, then. Well, with that, Stone of Destiny, that was a reading that was more challenging than I expected. But I hope you enjoyed it. With that, give me a like down below. I'd surely appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Adios.